Hi, this is Anna, and this is Check It at the Round Table, where we discuss movies, books, music, and stuff. Today, we are discussing Between Us, episodes 1 through 8. I'm not doing individual episodes today, just a brief overview. This series is available on Ikiwai for premium membership. It comes out every Sunday at around 1 p.m. Central Standard Time in the US, or in Asia at about, let's see here. I think if my time conversion is right, it's at about noonish on Monday. So give or take a few, because I think there's a 14-hour time difference, and I've never been good at math. This is the story of Team and Win and how their relationship started. I was really looking forward to this series, but I did kind of have some drawbacks about it because about 2 years ago, someone posted a preview of what this series might be like on, what's it called? Yeah, I'm just making sure my microphone is attached. Okay, I've been having some audio issues, so I got a new microphone. I brought it with me. But anyway, I want to make sure it was still attached and I didn't have it somewhere else. I'm like, where's that cord going to? Sometime I could wireless one, no cord. Oh, that would be fabulous. Okay. Anyway, moving on. But I had my doubts about this series because of some things I had seen on YouTube as a promo about this and how it could go. Those doubts were kind of realized in the first 5 minutes of Between Us. Now, I am still watching this series because I love Amwa. Okay, I mean, I really have not enough good to say about Amwa. If you haven't watched Until We Meet Again, you should stop this podcast and rush over and go watch it on Viki Rukaton, or you can watch it on Ikiwai, or you can watch it on YouTube on Rick Orange channels free of charge. But anyway, cannot say enough good about Amwa. But Amwa has a completely different vibe than Between Us. Okay, I think of it like this. You have a culture of, I don't know, we live in a hookup culture. I'm not trying to not be kid friendly on this podcast, but I'm just saying we really do live in a hookup culture. But because of that, I think Between Us kind of shows the negatives that can occur because of a hookup culture. And Amwa shows the positives that can occur because of commitment initially in a relationship. So with Amwa, it's kind of the polar opposite with Dean and Farm's relationship and how it started, and Team and Win's relationship. And because of that, I think, we're in episode 8 now, but it's leading to some major confusion and rifts for Team and Win. So they basically had a passionate moment, I would put it that way, and then their relationship kind of develops from there. We're now in episode 8, and at this point, Team and Win really don't know where they stand in their relationship. Win is confused. He's like, if we hadn't have had that passionate moment to start with, would we even be possibly dating now? Are we really even dating now? And actually, I think Team really also doesn't know, because the problem, I think, mainly with the two main characters is Team is waiting for Win to tell him what he wants in this relationship, and Win is waiting for Team to tell him what he wants in the relationship. And because neither of them know what the other one's thinking because they can't read minds, it's not working out too well. So at the end of the day, you have two kind of confused people that really like each other and mainly spend the time when they're not having passionate moments, kind of eating snacks and conking on the bed together, which I do find that part of the relationship kind of adorable and extremely likable, because they really do they're very comfortable around one another in general and how they relate to one another. Because I think it's kind of funny how Team is always buying Win snacks because he's always eating, and Win is always showing up at Team's door to come conk beside him because he sleeps better. So I think that part of the relationship is very cute. I also am kind of curious to see what's going to happen with that kind of scuzzy character from the By Chance. He's not kind of scuzzy. He's really scuzzy. I cannot think of his name at this point in time, but you will all know who I am talking about if you're familiar with that series. But he is in this series as well as a side part, and he is actually kind of wanting to be with Team's older brother. I'm not really sure why. I don't get the attraction there for either party. I mean, I kind of get it for Team's brother because it's someone he can talk to and relate to that gets him and isn't yelling at him. I mean, we all have weird reasons to be in relationships, but I really don't get it for the scuzzy character. I just don't understand that attraction there. Because no offense, but Team's brother is not really that whoop-de-doo. I mean, I feel bad for Team's older brother because he has way too much responsibility and is totally underappreciated. So I do feel bad for him, but I'm just saying on the likability scale, he really doesn't have a lot to recommend him. I mean, he's good at video games if video games are your thing, but other than that, not really. So anyway, but we also have some really cute side characters. I'm sitting cross-legged. Don't get me started on my office. I will have another podcast on that later. I'm working on that. That's why I'm moving this Wednesday. If Airbnb says they have a workstation, it doesn't always mean they have a workstation. I found that out. I like my apartment, but I would like it much better if we had an actual desk and chair that was a desk and a chair. But it'll be okay. Inner peace, itchy nose. So anyway, but we do have the cool side characters of B and Prince, and then also A and C, which are also these like kids in the swim team. So I think those characters are kind of funny. And I am going to be curious to see like what happens with B and Prince, because Prince is an actor and B is a young kid who's just come to college. And I love the kind of like with Choco Milkshake. I love how both are trying to be so thoughtful and not, how to say, not clingy at all, but they want the other person to know that they like them. And it is so funny. Like there's a scene, and I think it's the 7th episode, where B is talking with Prince, who is worried that B is upset because people are posting on social media because B and Prince went on the motorbike ride and it caused a stir on social media. And Prince is like, I'm sorry, you're probably really bugged that people are talking about you because you're with me. And I'm so sorry about that. And B is not sure what to say. And then he calls him back and he goes, I'm okay with it. I don't mind it at all. Can I just stay by your side and be your buddy? And Prince is like, okay, you can stick by my side and be my buddy. It's okay. And then he says, okay, I gotta go. And then he gets off the phone. He's like, I'm so excited. I get to stick by Prince and be his buddy. I'm like totally reached the peak of excitement. And I find that very funny. But anyway, I think the side characters are very fun. I do not really like Manao and her boyfriend because I find them kind of cheesy and a little weird. They remind me of like the over-the-top K-drama couples, if you know what I mean. I mean, some K-dramas are really fabulous, like Romance is a Bonus Book. Love that K-drama. I think it's great. But totally worth watching, even though it has a weird name. And also like the W couple, think they're great. And any of the John Suk shows with couples, usually good couples. But I just don't really get Manao and her boyfriend. I mean, I think her boyfriend's nice in the show, but they are way too not themselves around each other. I mean, I think her boyfriend is more himself than anything, but Manao is like always trying to cheesily smile or, do things to impress him. I'm like, just be yourself. But again, I'm like, I'm not trying to give dating advice because I really don't have a lot of experience there. But I'm like, why act overinflated or nervous if you're going to be around them? You want to be comfortable. So anyway, overall, though, I would give this series probably a 5 out of 10. Now, there are parts of it that I like, maybe an 8 out of 10, but I really hate how the series starts because it leads both the main characters to doubt their care for each other because they're worried that maybe they just got together because of passion and maybe this won't work. And all the what ifs because of how it started. And I think it makes it kind of a very realistic view of what can happen in that kind of situation, but it's also kind of sad. But I'm still looking forward to seeing like how by the end of the series it works out. How do they relate to one another? Are they better as a couple? Are they more understanding? Of course, we know the answer is going to be yes, because it's Thai drama and it usually ends happy. Check it at the round table. Bye.